Welcome to the Spiritually Empowered Podcast, your virtual sanctuary for soul growth, spiritual healing, divine purpose, and conscious manifestation. Together we'll explore mysticism and magic, Buddhist and yogic teachings for inner liberation, shamanic energy medicine, psychic development, and tools to wield your power and protect your energy during this time of global awakening. I'm Ashley Coleman, ordained shamanic minister, advanced energy medicine practitioner, spiritual teacher, and devoted student of life's deepest mysteries. I'm here to help you alchemize ancient soul wounds, reclaim your power, and rise into your sacred calling to bring healing to this world in a way that only you can. I'm so honored to be here with you. Let's dive in. Hello, my love, and welcome back to the Spiritually Empowered Podcast. I hope this finds you wonderful. How about we share a deep breath or two together? Relaxing your jaw, feel yourself arrive with all of your senses into the present moment where everything is waiting for you. Your peace, your power, your joy, your abundance, it's right here. Are you here? I have some exciting news and a really freaking juicy episode for you. So if you don't know, I created a secret podcast. Are you ready? It's called Sex and Love. It is very Scorpio. My North Node is in Scorpio in the 8th house for the astrology people out there. My Jupiter's in Scorpio. And I just fucking love sex, love, intimacy, and returning to the most unshamed, wild, abundant, and free version of myself. And honestly, there are some things that I don't want to share publicly. If you know that I do talk about sexuality and different things like that on this public show, but I want to go deeper. I want to talk about tantric practices, breast massage, yoni massage, becoming multi-orgasmic, as well as my relationship with a woman and how moving through that and other relationships that taught me so much have led me to my amazing partner now that we are just freaking made for each other, growing in this union every day. And I really want to share how my progression has been in love, in sexuality, coming from having my sex opened up at a very young age and going into the world of porn and going into the world of addiction and really like feeding from this fast food, like shitty, extractive stuff that's just given to us, right? And so this podcast, I'm calling it a sacred audio temple. This is a homecoming to your body, your pleasure, and your divine erotic truth. It's $15 per month. You can cancel anytime if it no longer aligns. And there are 4 episodes out now. You're about to dive into the 4th episode. There's so much more in there for you if you decide to join us. And I'm just ready to dive in. A couple more things that we talk about in this podcast: awakening your sexuality, creating this alchemical marriage between the masculine and the feminine. So establishing that depth of polarity of attraction in your relationships. I'll talk about how I called in my lover, how we aligned. We'll dive into erotic practices together so that you can start deepening your erotic flavor, your unique desires, and frickin' go live them. This is also about coming out of the shadows, the reunification of God and sex, of the profane with the holy. And episode number 1 in the Sex and Love podcast is all about healing from the suppression, from this organized and intentional split from spirit to the body. And that is the great work of winged alchemy. This is the alchemical marriage, the inner union. If we want balance out there, we've got to deepen it on the inside. So, without further ado, this entire episode is about the sacred union and the medicine of the heart chakra. So let's go ahead and dive in. I hope you absolutely love this episode. If you do, come join us. All the links to join, or the one link to join us in this private podcast, will be in the show notes. And I love you. Let's dive in. Hello, soul family. Welcome back to the Sex and Love podcast. Thank you for pressing play today. I am so happy you're here. Why don't we begin with a couple of deep breaths? Let's tap into that receptive energy. Wherever you are, if you're able to, place a hand over your heart, over your belly. If you have a womb, take a moment to focus right there and breathe. Opening up your senses to the present moment. Touch one thing, see one thing, hear one thing. Climbing down from the analyzing mind all the way into the pelvic bowl, the pelvic floor. Maybe give it a spiral. Connecting to the back of your heart, your back body, your spine. And really riding the energy of your breath instead of focusing it, efforting to breathe. I want you to really allow the breath to breathe you. So we're softening, we're getting into the flow of life, the Tao. This morning I went to a class on Taoism and shamanism by this gentleman, Bart was his name. And it's such a beautiful reminder that the flow of God or the flow of destiny is moving you to where you belong. And often we're the buoy in the water that's being pressed down, right? We are creating that resistance inside the body that's making it feel harder than it is often. And so with your next couple breaths, imagine you just let go of your oars. You're in a beautiful, beautiful river. You let go of your oars and you just start to let the river take you. Call the divine river of your destiny. I invoke where I belong. I invoke the God of my understanding. I invoke these sacred rivers of love and vitality and destiny to carry me at this time. I am letting go of the oars and feel the relief in that, maybe the nervousness in letting go, because this is not what we're taught growing up, most of us. This is not what we're taught. We're not taught to allow the feminine to carry us, to allow the divine of our own understanding to move us. We are taught to push, to climb. We are clapped for and celebrated the more we grind and the more we hustle and the more we push. And that's not how the Eastern philosophy goes. That's the sick Western paradigm of patriarchy, of sickness. Look around. Look at the statistics of health. They're not great. And our philosophy in the Western world, all the way to our creation story of getting kicked out of the garden, has wounded us. So right now, let's take on that Eastern thought. We all belong on this planet. We all have blood and bone. So if you were to breathe and to invoke that water to carry you, Taoism is all about this water and how it overcomes the rigid. Fluidity overcomes the hardened. And you can do this right now. It's not about doing anything. It's about resting in the power that lives in you. It's being unburdened. It's dropping or sacrificing the resistance by noticing where it feels tight in your body, noticing what feels constricted, and then you can breathe and spiral your energy, work with your chi to move that river through your body. And I know you have so many tools to do this. So with that, my love, I want to take us on a journey of love. And I want to start by talking about the chakras, this Indian system that describes our energetic anatomy. And chakra means wheel of light, wheel of energy. And when the chakras are moving slowly or too fast, there is imbalance, which creates imbalance on all dimensions. Energy precedes and organizes matter. So dis-ease first shows up in the energetic body before it becomes real, so to speak, in the 3D world through your symptoms and through your life experience. So you have the first 3 chakras at the base of the spine that are connected to our worldly experience. You have the root, you have the low belly, and you have the belly chakra. And then you have the heart, which is the bridge between matter and spirit. You have your upper 3 chakras, the throat, third eye, and crown chakra. And the upper 3 are associated with consciousness, spirituality, oneness, interconnectedness, and perception. The lower chakras are connected to our earthly identity, this temporary experience of separateness that we were gifted on this planet. The yogis call it the Maya, the illusion that we're separate. And I like to go deeper than that because, yes, it's an illusion that I am separate from the lamp, because when you look at matter, it's all the same shit. It's vibrating particles that have freaking baseball fields of space between the molecules. It's just taking the shape as an object, but nothing is actually static in the truth of what it is. If we look at matter under a microscope, there's vibration, there's movement, and there's quote unquote empty space, which is pure potential. So in essence, it is an illusion because we see that lamp as static, when actually all of matter is in motion, is moving waves of energy that have collapsed into a physical thing. And what a gift that we get to step into our separateness. What a gift that we get to have a temporary experience of separation. At the crown chakra, there is no separation. There's non-duality. You ever heard people say, it's all light and love, raise your vibration, just focus on ascension, the teachings of Abraham Hicks, all about positivity and focus on what you want. That is higher chakra stuff. And when you just focus there, you are disconnecting from your depth of humanity, from your separateness. The Buddha says it's about the middle path. It is about harmonizing your deep carnal humanity with your oneness. We as humans need to own the fact that we could be killers with the flip of a switch. If someone is not willing to own that they could become violent, the violence that is a part of human nature goes into the shadow and then secretly runs them. The safest person in the room is one who has control or dominance over their demons, meaning they've been to hell and back. They've danced with them. They've alchemized them. The most dangerous person in the room is controlled by their demons, which means they haven't fallen in love with them. They haven't explored them. They haven't gone to the depths of hell. They haven't taken ownership of them. Whatever you don't own owns you as a part of your psyche. So when it comes to spiritual psychosis or imbalance or just being one-sided as a being on this planet, we really have to look at, where do we bypass our humanity, our desire, our evolution as a being on this planet with preferences. And so it's always this dance of both. And people who come into this life with a true deep awareness of the inherent oneness, their task is to develop an ego. And I learned this from Matt Kahn. It blew my mind. When somebody is born and they feel everything and they have a connection to the oneness, it can be hard for them to develop an ego. An ego is a human spacesuit of desires, of values. Think of it as the will of the person. The desires of the person. And I used to feel this where I wouldn't know what to do in my business and in my life. I'd have all these potentials right up in the higher chakras where anything is possible. Anything you want is possible. Every reality is at your fingertips, and that was overwhelming for me. It was chaotic. And then another teacher, Sean Roop, taught me how to take a potential reality, bring it down into my pelvic bowl, my yoni, my vagina, land it into my root, and feel it through. Does this turn you on? Does this expand you? So in the higher chakras, we don't know what the fuck we want because we're all everything. And it's only when we get back to the root, back to the womb, back to our blood, our bones, our depth of our separate self, can we actually know what feels good for us. Yes, it's all love, and also it's fucking not. It's actually not all love. Look around, and I know who I'm speaking to, some evolved ass souls. And I know you can feel the fucking lies of when you hear it's all love, just sit around and pray and just raise your vibration. You can smell the disconnect in that. It's incomplete. It's not that it's wrong. It's an incomplete equation. So what I love to do is pull from these different traditions, Buddhism, Hinduism, Tantra, feminine wisdom, all of these traditions, Taoism, that I've just been in love with, Christian mysticism, weave them together through my experience and bring you the juice. Like I'm juicing the celery, juicing out the pulp to bring you medicine for your path. So that you can what? Literally thrive on this planet. Feel so at home in your body. Awaken to new and expanded levels of love and pleasure and abundance. And let me tell you what abundance is right now. It is intimacy with your soul. That's what it is. You cannot be abundant if you're living somebody else's life. You can sell your one-on-one coaching program with the best marketing tools and the fucking awesome funnels and whatever. But if that is not your thing, if God has not given you that thing, if that ain't yours, it's not going to open for you. I don't care how many hours you've trained. I don't care. If it ain't yours, it ain't yours. And that is the gift and the provision of the soul of God. Is you can bang on that door and you can manifest and you can do all this cool shit, but if it's not landing, it's not landing. And that's not to say give up. That's just to say open your eyes. And what are the other possibilities that you might love even more that you didn't even think of were possible yet? And that's when we bring our energy to the higher chakras, when we get bogged down in the mundane, when we can only see from the level of serpent what's in front of us, what's here, when we've lost touch with a higher vision. That's when we go on a mountaintop and take the eagle view. The eagle view is the view from above. That's the higher chakras where we reopen our wings, where we ask for a guiding vision of our lives, where we fly wing to wing with Great Spirit. So if you feel bogged down, uninspired, too focused in the details, all up in your mind, maybe elevate to Great Spirit. Take your eyes above the ground and go to the shaman's view, a place on a mountaintop where you feel tiny again, where you feel the miracle of this life, where you touch your infinity. As above, so below, we are touching our infinity and we are living in the finite. And this is the alchemical marriage, this beautiful, stunning mystery of what we are. In the moment you think you figured it out, it slips from your fingertips because that is the erotic essence of the mystery. It's always fucking luring you in. It's calling you more. There's more orgasms. There's more abundance. There's more love and there's more intimacy. And what's in the way? That's the question. The question is what's in the way. So I want to talk to you today, my love, about the heart chakra. The heart is the bridge between the lower 3 chakras and the upper 3 chakras. The element of the heart is air. The heart is where this alchemical marriage takes place. It's the bridge between spirit and matter. When I was in yoga teacher training, we learned that the breath, prana, life force is the bridge between matter and spirit. And when we breathe, we unite on the inside, the conscious and the unconscious. This is the great work, the alchemical marriage, the quote unquote goal is integration. It's not perfection. It's not to be stain free. We're all fucked up. We all got scars on the inside and on the outside. The goal is not perfection. The goal is integration. The goal is to be so who you are, to be so free. This is abundance. Let me tell you, I'll be the first one to tell you, I have so much privilege. I have a lot of money in the bank. And when I tell you that I have touched lack, I have lived lack. And my new understanding of abundance is to be what you are. You cannot be abundant if you are not fully you. It's just like you cannot sell that program or succeed in that one-on-one offering if it's not yours to have. What is truly yours cannot be taken from you. What is truly yours? Life mirrors to you the depth of your integrity and who you're being. So my prayer for you in this episode and in this whole podcast journey is to be stripped down. To say to yourself, I don't like this. I don't like when you do this. I fucking love when you do that. You know how many times I tell my partner, God, I love when you open the door for me and I love when you kiss my hand and I love this. I'm expressing desire from moment to moment from the depth of my feminine heart. What I pray that we all reach into is literally who we are. It's a journey of unmasking. True abundance is intimacy with all of you. Your inner child, your inner oracle, your fucked upness, your scars, your queen, your king, all that you are, the fullness of you. This is the great work, the philosopher's stone. To heal means to become whole again. Every part of you gets a seat at the table. Your grief, your sadness, I want you to feel the relief in this. Spirituality, the freaking hierarchy and the patriarchal reaching some higher level is bullshit. It's about the bridge between the worlds. It's about the intimacy with who you are, where the lower meets the higher, where the higher meets the lower, and all of a sudden you just get to enjoy what's here. And if you're out there and sometimes or maybe every day you wake up and you feel something missing, or you just never feel, or you just come back to this feeling of being incomplete, what if that was the longing of life through you? What if that wasn't a problem to solve? What if that pain in quiet moments was the fact that you opted into a reality where you experience separation? What if this is the longing for union? The deepest longing for union is the longing for self, is the longing for God, and that happens in the heart. And here's where we can get screwed up with it. The heart longs, right? And what the heart can do when it's not balanced with wisdom is it objectifies love. I learned this in shamanism with my teacher, Alberto Violdo. The heart, when it's not attuned to the love that it is, when it's in the veil of illusion, it objectifies love. It says, I need you. I need this. I need this. That's the root cause of suffering in Buddhism. It's called tanha. It means craving. When at the back of your heart, it's no longer a desire, but it's I have to have this. I need this. That's when you know you've just put a veil on. It's not the longing that draws you in like this sexy, dripping, wet energy of desire. It's this insatiable craving that can never be filled, that actually feels like shit inside. And this is a misunderstanding of the heart's longing. This is when the heart is not balanced with wisdom. The two wings of Buddhism are compassion and wisdom. One without the other is incomplete. So a heart that is not balanced in wisdom objectifies love. They say, I need you to feel love. I need this job to feel love. It objectifies it. It makes it an object outside the self. I remember being in the seat of codependency, and when my partner, who I wasn't even fucking happy with, when he said he was leaving, I would go throw up. I was so in the pain of separateness with my God, I couldn't feel it. I couldn't see myself. I was veiled. I was living in a nightmare. I was in a reality of a complete haunted house nightmare. And when you're in this space, you crave and you crave and you crave. And this is the seat of addiction. This is heroin. This is false food. And so my intention is for you to tap into the wellspring that never left you. It's to plug in. It's to be satiated. True love is the figure 8. It's the infinity. It's the aurora boreas. It's life consuming life. My teacher would say it's the jaguar consuming its dinner at night, eating and tearing apart a rabbit. Love in a sacred union is two whole beings coming together, sacred geometry, two full circles uniting. And I want to do episodes. I plan to do episodes on women growing their inner man and men growing their inner woman, because you're always going to meet the anima and the animus outside of you, right? This is the sacred union on the inside of your inner man and woman. How do you protect yourself? How do you love yourself? How do you steward yourself? How are you a shaman for yourself? And when I got out of that codependent relationship, I said to myself, I am never leaving you again, Ash. I wrote it in blood damn near. It was a commitment. It was a vow to my soul through all lifetimes. I'm never leaving you again, and I've never left since. I've never left. When you get into the relationship of your dreams / when you feel that level of intimacy that you've always had, you still have to grow the love in yourself. right? You merge with your beloved and you keep merging with yourself simultaneously. The unwise or unawakened, I want to say, the unawakened heart objectifies love. I need you in order to be loved. This is what we crave. At the seat of all craving is to know ourselves. All desires dissolve when we claim that one true desire to know ourselves is to know God, is to know the great mystery. So when you feel that hunger coming from this lack place, you know what it is now. It's you longing for you. I don't care how much money you have or how amazing your partner is. If this isn't met, it will never be met outside of you. Other people can help you. We're tribal, we're interdependent. Other people can help you. They can inspire you, but you have to walk across the bridge. And that is the heart. So let's take a couple deep breaths there. And if you wouldn't mind, just sigh out the breath. I want you to make some sounds if you're able to. Find that quiet space. There is no tomorrow. Let's dive in right here. Breathing in. A couple rounds like that. Breathing in. Sigh out. Breathing out. Make a sound to express your longing for you. And just sit with presence with your heart. Sit with loving presence. You don't have to do anything, go anywhere, find anything, shift anything. Sit in the presence of your heart. And breathe in presence right there. Maybe you feel the field of your heart extending 6 feet in front and back, side to side, this beautiful energetic template, this field of your heart. And I want you to feel that no matter what you've been through, I want you to feel your heart alive and well, no matter what hell and grief and loss and struggle and heartbreak and being lied to. I want you to feel your heart shining. Presence at the back of your heart. Let's breathe. Maybe feel that expansion of the field of your heart. As you focus on it, it grows. Invoke the wise heart, the wisdom, and the compassion, the discernment and the union, the separateness and the togetherness. And maybe some of you listening here crave union with another, but you've held yourself back because of fear of losing yourself. So I want you to tell your heart right now, I'll never leave you. Some of you are craving to be in union with someone, to merge with someone, or to go deeper into a relationship with your partner. I want you to tell your heart, if it feels true, I'm never leaving you. Or maybe you say, I'm sorry for abandoning you. Have a moment. And feel black and white, dark and light. Feel the yin and the yang. See and feel the union, my love. Feminine and masculine. Initiate this wedding ceremony right here on the inside. Maybe there's pain. Whatever is there is holy. Whatever is there is holy. My task for you is to presence right there and breathe. It is in your presence that harmony returns. The alchemy of your loving presence equals harmony returned, balance restored. Relax your jaw, maybe part your lips. Let's breathe. I commit to being my full self. I am one with God. What I crave the most never left. And my longing is juicy and fun to experience this wet desire in the heart for more, from a place of holy abundance where you know that you are one with your Creator, where you know that you are deepening into self. And from that inner abundance, you desire more on the outside. And when you ask, it is given. Let's make a commitment to our hearts to let go of anything that's not true to us. If there's physical items in your life that are not true to you anymore, we let them go. If there's relationships that are not true, we let them go. If you want to attract a partner, yet you have all these players in the field that are not what you want, we let them go. And we raise our caliber of union. We raise our standard now. Let's breathe. Breathing this energy field alive with vibrant colors of gold, green, pink, sparkles. And from this place of inner union, now what? From the realm of abundance that no money can buy, that nothing outside of you can remove, because it is in you now, completely plugged in. You are at the altar of your wholeness. What now? What does the wild heart want to do now? May you lead your life from the back of your wild heart, whole and dripping with desire. A couple breaths to ground your tailbone into the earth. Breathe into your tailbone. Breathe down into your roots. From this place of abundance and connection with your soul, what now? Is there art to be made? Is there self-pleasure to be had? That tingling longing from a place of abundance is your destiny. It's the language of God through your body, and we are devotees of that in this room. Thank you, my love, for receiving this. I would be so excited to hear your thoughts, how this felt for you. Share this with some friends, invite people into this space. And I would also love to hear what topics you are so interested in diving deeper into in this space. And I will leave it there for now. I love you. Have a beautiful, deep, heart-centered rest of your day or evening, and I will catch you in the next episode. Love you. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you loved this episode, share it with somebody who you really feel would benefit from this message. I'm sending you lots of love, and I'll see you in the next episode.